Hello everyone! Welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 3 in Iberia! I'm very glad that you're rejoining me if you watched the first episode, or if you just want to jump in here, that's fine as well. I obviously I currently don't have any views on that, because like it came out 2 days ago and my account is relatively new. But, if somebody's like retroactively like watching from the first episode and then they come here, I understand. Anyways, as we were leaving off before, this army was approaching us from the west here, and they finally came to us, and we're having a battle now. I let the game run a little bit before I saved, but here we are in the battle now, and as you can see, we're doing quite well. And we've got practically a siege leader here, which is helping us siege this place down really well. So, yeah, let's continue and see what the outcome of this battle will be. I'll bet you we win. Yeah, alright, well there we go. And now, with this fortress siege down... oh wow, it's actually really well fortified. Interesting. Inspired moderation. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my daughter and her heir, Nura, what she thought. She claimed she had learned a lesson about not reaching more than one can handle. Oh, reaching for more than one can handle. Ah, so I get to give my daughter a trait. So do I want to give her temperate, or just, or cynical? Is she my heir? She is. So I gotta make sure that she has really good traits, because I might play as her eventually. Now, being just can be helpful, but like I said before, it can make it so killing people's kind of a pain. So I'm going to give her the trait temperate. I think that's a better trait for her to have anyways. So now we've won. There we go. Let's take over. And we've got 4 counties. As you can see up in the top right here, it says our domain limit is 4. And so, while I do want to take over Soria next, I don't think that we're going to be able to at the moment until we're a duke. We want to form the duchy of Castille, but that requires 250 ducats, or gold, or whatever you want to call it, the monthly income. Let's see what we can do to get to there in the meantime. Right now, though, I'm also kind of considering the idea that maybe we could swear fealty to this king right here. That could provide us some extra protection. Although I guarantee you he would put us underneath this duke here. And that wouldn't be very good for us because he really hates us. And he wants to attack us ASAP. He's allied with this count over here. I should probably try and find an alliance so that way I don't get an attack on me from above. And ideally we could ally with somebody... oh wait, no! I remember last episode we allied with this guy. Because desperate times call for desperate measures. Including a 40-year-old being wed to... wait. What? Hang on a minute. This doesn't seem right. Oh. Oh! Because he's a courtier. I think it might be because they're like siblings. Yeah, they're siblings. Okay. But yeah, when we become a duke, we can give these counties away to people. So it would make it easier for us. And now we have a council position that's open. I'm assuming because somebody died or otherwise. Oh, and the local culture is Castilian. And we're currently Andalusian. That's our culture. Well, let's see here. Do we want to change culture? So the Andalusian culture obviously has advantages because it's more widespread in the region. But if Castilian has more innovations here, then that could benefit us. And it doesn't look like they do. They're currently working on quilted armor. And the Andalusians are working on... What are they working on? Onagers. Yeah. So, the thing is, the more counties of a culture the more development a culture has, the more quickly it gets its innovations done. And so being part of a very big, widespread culture is beneficial. And so I'm thinking that we might want to just keep our culture as it is now. There are certain bonuses that come with different cultures, though. So, for instance, these guys, they have castle keepers, martial administration, chivalry, tabletop warriors, and ritualized friendships. These guys have ritualized friendships and tabletop warriors, but they've also got malleable subjects, which vassals of this culture do not consider joining differing faith cultures when joining factions. That can be kind of helpful. And characters of this culture produce higher quality artifacts. That can be beneficial. Hit and run tactics. Obviously, that applies mostly to combat, so that's like affecting how your units damage. And these guys, they have martial education traits that are valued. Castles in counties of this culture provide an additional 5 defender advantage per holding level. And every time you and every culture, or sorry, every castle you have, it gives you prestige and renown, which actually seems pretty beneficial now that I think about it. Although, let's see here. Oh, it costs more money to make castles, and it costs more time. So that's something to consider. Even though they do provide quite a good benefit here, because renown is a pretty important currency in this game, because it can give you traits that span your entire family, essentially, if you spend it. But right now I want to focus on trying to not promote culture, but get tax money, because we need more money. And currently, the only place that we have full control over, our capital, doesn't really make us very much money. So I would normally propose that we make like fields, so that way we can generate money faster, but that's not really going to help us much, because if we have enough money... Ooh! Look at that! Our income just... I was going to say skyrocketed, but that's not quite the right word for it. But it went up. Oh, one thing that we could do to make more money, and this is something I really should have thought about, we can do this once we get the avaricious traits. We can switch over to martial here and take the authority focus, because that gives a passive bonus to control growth. And that's just really good for all these newly conquered provinces that we could be making money off of. Let's see here. We don't have enough knights, but they would cost money to recruit, so I don't want to do that. Uh-oh. Looks like Castile's getting... Or sorry, not Castille. Asturias is getting really big. I could pay money to have mercenary acquaintances. Oh, I've gotten this event before. It really sucks. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to end up getting a recently looted city. Where? The county of Burgos. Which one is Burgos? Oh, shit, that's our capital. Sorry about my foul language, guys. Oh. We really don't want a recently looted city. But paying them 50? Oh, no. Like, that gives us 50% less taxes, though. And this is, like, our main source of income. I think we have no choice. At least we get more control growth. That can actually be kind of beneficial, but that's only in a county where we already have high control. And it lowers the popular opinion of us because they're of a different culture. Well, I mean, it's already low because they're of a different culture than us. So, it's not very good. All of this is pretty bad. And I have really very low chance of this not hurting me. And if I take this option, which has the highest chance of things going my way, if at all, I will end up going critical on my stress, which will cause my character to gain very, very undesirable traits. So this is just overall a really bad situation. I'm thinking maybe we want to try to go with this one. So there is a way to increase my diplomacy temporarily. And that's by having my wife focus on court politics. That could increase the chances of this succeeding. Other than that, though, I don't think I have a way to increase my diplomacy, even temporarily. So let's just hope we get this. Oh. Damn it. Looks like we're just going to have to put up with the fact that our capital has been looted. Although, I will say, you know, I don't want to spend the money. It wouldn't have been worth that either. The +2 stewardship might be helpful, though, if I switch my wife over to manage domain. Normally, it's just an even spread of her traits. The higher my wife's traits, the more help she can give me. But I want her to manage my domain because I want to focus on making more money. Another way we can make money is making sure our bishop likes us. He does like us. He has a positive opinion of us, and that's all we need in order to get money from him. So, that's good. Oh! Something I completely forgot about that I can do is I can do these struggle clashes. Or no, not struggle clashes, but border raids. And border raids do not require me to gain titles, but they do give me money, and they give me development sometimes. And so... Oh yeah, I gain gold proportional to their development. And so this can be very beneficial, although it's better done against people that aren't of my faith. But our surrounding neighbors are pretty strong, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea. But these guys I have no intention of taking over, although they do have some pretty good defensive territories. You know, if I had their provinces, I'd probably be able to defend myself a lot easier. But, you know, as it is, I don't even know. Is it even really worth going in there? Or is this going to be kind of like a situation I'll regret? Because if you look here, I'll only gain 15 gold from it. And when you have your troops raised, it costs money. So I'm not sure if I want that. If I do a border raid against these guys, how much gold do I get? 30. So if I did 30 plus 15, that's going to be about 45 gold in total if I did both of them. That's not really going to be even anywhere close to enough. It might get us there sooner, though. Definitely not the best situation we find ourselves in. I mean, I'm really thinking about cowering to Asturias and you know, becoming their vassal. But before... Oh, right! I can use the sell titles decision now because I got that last benefit. Spouse, up to the task. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Majdala when she interrupts me. Let me do something about this. Husband, a few lessons might sharpen their wits. Oh, yes. Okay, great. How about studying stewardship? That way we can get more money. It's all about the money. Oh, we've got another daughter named Huda. Uh-oh. So, because we have Confederate partition as a law, we're going to split our... we're basically going to split our realms 3 ways when we die. And that's not going to be very good, because we're a count, and, that's just not very good. I guess you could say you can't really count on your realm staying together if you're a count. Oh, yes, I have to have vassals of count rank or higher to extort them. That's a shame. This is a bad situation. I really don't want the outcome where I owe $50 or owe 50 gold. So I'm just going to disappoint this woman and say no. Definitely not worth it. But yeah, so you can see the benefits are already starting to climb a little bit here. I think maybe it might be more worth it to build up tax revenue here in Segovia, because they have a lot more resources to exploit. Yes, my wife has come of age, or sorry, my daughter, Jesus. My daughter has come of age, and now we can find her a spouse. Let's try and get her married matrilineally, so that way the children are of our dynasty. And let's find ourselves a good match. We've got the County of Corunna, which we were considering yesterday. This man is infirm, so there's a pretty high chance that he's going to die, and anyone that she marries from here is going to inherit claims, meaning that their children will have claims. If we end up joining the Kingdom of Asturias, it will be exceptionally easy to declare war on these people. Therefore, I think it would be a good idea to marry her off to somebody who will get claims on Corunna. And which person? Probably the older one. Let's see what his traits are. He's got callous, trusting, and zealous. He really dislikes us, mainly because he's zealous. And this guy has zealous as well. But he's also ambitious. You gotta watch out for ambitious people. They can do some pretty crazy stuff behind the scenes. So I'm going to marry her off to the older of the brothers. Alright, excellent. The marriage was successful. And let's see. What else can we do? Well, we're not going to spend any money. Not until we can afford the duchy title. It's just the right way to do things at the moment. I might convert to the capital culture, but I'm going to wait before I do that. Just to make sure that I have, I want to make the duchy before I do that at least. It's just going to complicate things a little bit more, because it's going to make it so that way these provinces, these two down here, aren't going to like me if I do that. And they're already newly conquered. Even though I don't get very much out of them, it's still pretty valuable. It's just changing things when I don't need to. So, I bet you might be wondering, okay, so what if you go over the holding limit? What does that matter? Well, it really does matter. Mainly due to the fact that if I go over the holding limit, it's going to basically take away a certain percent of the earnings I make from everything, which is just really bad. And even no matter what I get from this province, it's not going to justify that. Even if I got like all the tax from it, which I wouldn't because it would be newly conquered, and I already got so much stuff to, basically integrate, it just wouldn't be worth it to do this. Despite my spouse's poor stewardship skill, I've got stuff now. I don't know what it said. It benefited me somehow, though. Oh, great! The capital is now the right religion, which in this case is Mozarabic. I kind of looked up the pronunciation between episodes, so now I kind of know how to pronounce it. Oh, God! These guys have a lot of military right now due to the fact that they hired mercenaries. It's a good thing we didn't try and go in on them. That could have ended very poorly. Let's see. These guys are kind of under attack. Not really going to help me much, though. Can I declare war on these guys? No. Well, I could also try and learn language, too. Oh, I can invest in a smithy, which would help with our taxes. Invest in a jeweler, which would also help with our taxes, although it could just result in a loss, or just not do that. I'm going to try and invest in the jeweler, mainly because I think that having 20% more holding taxes would be pretty awesome. And I think it would be better than having a definite 10% if I had 25% chance of getting 20% more. Although I'm not so sure about that. Maybe if I applied like game theory logic, I would know. But I'm not good enough at game theory to even know. Oh, I lost the money I invested. That's a shame. Oh well. Maybe if I try and... Oh, somebody challenged me to a board game. My neighboring ruler. He wants to play chess. It looks like just for a friendly game. Although he's not very friendly. Oh, my other daughter grew up. Now she's a military tactician. Very good. Now let's get her married as well. Okay, and yes, you do get married at 16 in this game. Yes, I know, it's very gross. But okay, so this guy has a competitive grimace, and he's definitely got intrigue as his weak spot. If you didn't know, so board games in this game, there are 3 different ways you can play it. You can use martial, intrigue, and learning, and they all counter each other. So martial is countered by intrigue is countered by learning, and learning is countered by martial. So this guy says, well, it looks like there's no real way I can read what this guy's going to do, but if I had to guess, I would say he's probably going to go for martial, because he's got like 13 martial. And if I set my wife to temporarily help me with intrigue, which is just going to give me a boost of +1, but that can make all the difference. I'm going to try and counter him as if he chose martial. So let's try it. Our match matches are Rodrigo continuing with an obvious trap. So if he's trying to set a trap, maybe he's using intrigue. We're neck and neck. You know, muses my opponent, I may not be much of a talker, but I'm alarmingly good at chess. Okay, buddy. I'm going to try and counter him with learning. Uh-oh. Our match with Rodrigo continues with several well-executed adaptive strategies. So he switched to martial, it looks like? This is completely new to me, so I'm not really sure. My, this is all going much better than I expected, exclaims my opponent. You're not a difficult foe at all. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to be rude, just being honest. Yeah, Mr. Negative 100 opinion, trying not to be rude. Alright, let's try and go with intrigue. Yes, okay, so I foiled him. With a robust attempt to counter my opponent's strategy. We're neck and neck. It's rapidly evolving. This is why I like chess, opines my opponent. No skulking around, no lying, just a fair game of wits. One where, well... okay. So, I mean, I feel like this indicates to me that he would start using learning. So I'm going to try to go for martial, I guess. See what happens. Oh, yes! What is this? I won? With the roar of triumph, I surged to my feet, scattering pieces everywhere. This game of chess is mine! Another fine victory. My indisputable rise towards the role of the king of games! Like Yu-Gi-Oh! A desolate Rodrigo remains seated, hands on his haunches, trying to comprehend what went wrong. Good game. How does it feel to lose, little man? Or I'd love to play again sometime. I think I'll just take the stress-reducing option, unless... I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I want this guy to be my arch-enemy, because he's vengeful and callous, and he's got a lot of skills, although he has 0 intrigue. Can I try to kill him? Oh yeah, I'm craven. Well, I'm compassionate. So if I'm compassionate, it'll probably cause me stress if I try to murder him. Yeah, it'll give me 90 stress. So I really would not like to do that, because otherwise the only way to kill him is probably to fight him in combat. And he's got like 19 prowess, and I've got 0. I'm a weakling. So I'm just not gonna make him my enemy. It would be very unwise. So let's see here. What do we want? Oh, a powerful vassal expects a council position. Ooh, well, I've got the perfect position just for you, Mayor Mon. Ooh, okay, so now we can take another stewardship lifestyle. Obviously, we're going to go all the way down to avaricious. Now we get even more taxes. Isn't that just wonderful? More taxes? I know everyone loves that. But yeah, I'm considering not even switching off of the wealth focus, just so that way we can stack these 2 modifiers together. And then I can just, like, build up more tax revenue quickly. But what would we take if we get another, if we get another perk. Probably Taxman, right? Like, because then I collect taxes faster. Or, well, more efficiently. So that's going to be good. Sorry, forgive me for the sips. I have a cup of coffee with me. Ooh, accusations of witchcraft. Bloodstained cloth, crow's feathers, strange smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Balad al-Walid as proof that Dania has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of the village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of her sick animals and are calling for her execution. Oh, of their sick animals. Forgive me. Okay, so I could defend her and get 300 stewardship experience. That's not so important to me. Kill her, and I gain stress because I'm compassionate, but I gain piety, and the peasants are satisfied because they're bloodlust. Or I could invite her to my court. What is she like? How much does she have and everything? Ooh, she's like a freaking genius. So, like, if you didn't know, geniuses are really good at tutoring your kids. And how many kids do I have left right now? 1. We have 1 kid left, but if this kid were tutored by a genius, that could be pretty good. And if we have a boy pretty soon, he's going to be the one that inherits. And I think that as long as my wife is still, able to have kids, it might be a good idea. Yeah, I think I'll invite her to my court as an advisor, although that's going to really do damage to my piety. But I don't care. I'm just going to do it. Who cares if the peasants get upset? They already like me, it looks like, So, even though I'm, like, taxing the crap out of them, they really like me. Uh-oh. These guys are starting to, like, kind of encroach. Oh, no! Oh, did you... Look! Asturias is all broken. Uh-oh. That could be some trouble for me. Or potentially opportunity. Who knows? Oh! This guy is really weak. I wonder, could I do, like, a struggle clash? Or, like, a border raid? That would give me, like, quite a bit of money if I did that. But like I said, going to war is expensive. It doesn't always pay for itself. Oh, in Galicia. They won't ally me. Because their faith differs. And they're much stronger than me. So maybe if I try to befriend him, I can't. What if I try to sway him? That's not very likely to succeed. Yeah, that's no good. So that automatic alliance that I got just from the marriage, it kind of wore off fast. Because they don't want to ally me again. That's a challenge. Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Leon. Okay, so this guy... Oh, he's got a lot of allies. We don't want to mess with him. But, like, I have no allies. I gotta make sure I'm careful before I get, like, screwed up here. Either way, let's try and claim this duchy as soon as possible. Ooh! Catching thieves of myth! You picked the wrong castle, fool! Screams my marshal as he threatens the frightened intruder with a sword. Under further pressure from my marshal, the young man explains that he's part of a large criminal organization organizing from the Duchy of Castille. What do you know? These mothers! Okay. And commanded by the dreaded Piares, the king of thieves. So you're trying to set up a new thieves guild right under my nose, eh? I ask, to which the thief merely nods. He is willing to exchange further information for his life. Ooh. Yeah, this is good. Thieves Guild sounds taxable. That's no good. I don't want that. Because then I gain very short-term benefits, but I'm not going to be able to build up the... I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get enough money to usurp this duchy fast. And I think that I would benefit a lot more from having that fast control. So we get Olmendo gives us more control. Sikboya, Sikubia gives us more control. And Balad al-Walid gives us more control. And this guy gets depression. Okay, that sounds great. Except for the depression part, I kind of feel bad for him, but... I mean, he's a thief. It's a depressing life. Look at that! We're already making like 3.1, now, just from that decision. It was very worth it. My wife is encouraging chivalry. Oh yeah, I was supposed to have her manage my domain so that way I can get even more money. Okay, so now, once this is all done, increasing the control up to 100%, we can send, I'm going to send him to Segovia over here. The Barony of Segovia. Burgess is fine. Oh, household savings. Okay, this is wonderful. We're almost there. Oh, the episode should be over by now, but I'm just going to save up a little bit, and we're going to form this county if nothing goes wrong. Or, sorry, not... I'm tongue-tied today. We're going to form this duchy if nothing goes wrong in the next few moments. This guy's finished increasing control. Very excellent. We're going to send you to Segovia over here. Yeah. Yeah. Just gotta give it a little bit longer. A little bit longer. This is good coffee. We also want to try and get plenary assemblies for our culture if possible. So that way we can increase our, crown authority. Although, here's what we need to do immediately upon entering the next era. Oh no! Wait, my daughter? What? 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 Was that my first daughter? Oh my god, was that my first daughter? It was! No! You were too young! How could you die like this? How could you do this to Nora? If I sinned, why would you not punish me instead? She was blameless, my perfect daughter. Oh no. Damn, she died in childbirth. That was a lot of deaths in this era happened because of that. Oh man. But I mean, this other daughter's not so bad either though. She's got a lot of good traits. Even though greedy seems like it's a bad trait. Oh god. Well, at least now we can form the duchy. And now we're a duke. But at what costs? At what costs are we a duke? We lost our one and only daughter. Oh, we can also vassalize this guy. Now, I could also go to war and just try and take him over, but it'd be way better to vassalize him. Even if it's like with low feudal obligations, because we can always just try and like increase them over time. And now, there we go. And with that, I think I'll end this episode off. You guys have yourselves a wonderful evening. And tune in next time. We're going to try and expand maybe more. Let me know in the comments what you guys think would be best to do. If you guys have any ideas for strategy, maybe. I would love to hear it. But yeah, besides that, have a wonderful evening.